Welcome. I'm Vicki Winterton of the Organized Woman Show, a professional organizer and owner of Organizing Mind Over Matter. And this is Laura Lawrence, my partner. Laura, tell us about your business.
I am Laura Lawrence, also a professional organizer, and my company is called Harmony Within Professional Organizing.
You know, there are two problems in life. Either we don't know what we want, or we know what we want and we don't know how to get there. Laura and I are here today to help you figure out how to organize the spaces that are bothering you in your home. Today we're going to teach you our second formula. Watch another of our videos to learn our first formula, our ACT formula, ACT. Today we're going to teach you our SPARK formula. Laura, will you start us out?
I sure will. Our SPARK formula is an acronym for five parts of a process that will take you from beginning to end in any organizing project. Step one, the sort, is step one, I think, because it's the easiest, it's very simple, it's not overwhelming. Everyone in kindergarten learns how to sort. We learn to put yellow things together, red things together, square and round together, and that's all we're going to do with our sort, is sort through the belongings we have and put like things together. So if you were sorting a closet, you might have all of your socks together, all of your jeans together, all of your white t-shirts together. Whatever it is, all you're doing is sorting, not making a lot of decisions here about what you're keeping and what you're letting go. Just putting like things together so that you can see all in one spot what it is you really have.
Great. That takes us to our next step, which is the P, and that stands for purge. When you purge, you need to consider a few things. You need to decide three major things. Do I use this is the first question you should ask yourself. If you don't use it and use it often, it's probably not worth taking up the space. The next question you might want to ask is, do I love this? If you do, hold on to it. It's worth keeping for you. And the third is, if I get rid of this, can I borrow it from a neighbor if I need it once in my lifetime or whatever? Is this easily replaceable or retrievable if I get rid of this item? The P is for purge.
Okay, so we've sorted through everything we have, we've purged, now we're down to exactly what we know we're going to keep. Excuse me. That's where we move into step 3, which is A for assign a home. This is where we actually create zones for the room we're organizing. If we were in a kitchen, we might have a zone for cooking. We probably would have a zone for cleanup, a zone to store our food, might have a homework zone, all kinds of things that can happen in a particular room. So this is where you take a look at the activities that need to happen in that space and create an actual zone. You assign a home for each of those particular activities.
All right, once you've sorted, purged, assigned a home, the next step, the R, is to round up containers. Now before you go shopping, the shopping is the fun part.
It can be.
Before you go shopping or down to your local market, make sure that you know already what you have. You want to look at what might be usable. Why buy again if you've already got what you need? And you need to make sure that you take measurements of the space that you're going to need based on the categories that you've decided to keep and based on the space that you have available to you. So decide what you already have and measure, and then do your shopping. Then go out and do your shopping. Now you might want to find some fancy containers like these, or you might prefer to go with a cardboard box or a plastic box of some variety. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be usable. Round up containers.
Okay, so we've gone through a lot of work here. We've sorted through everything. We have purged the things we no longer need. We've assigned a home, and we have rounded up containers to contain those items. And we have put everything in their zones where it belongs. Now the last step, the K, is to keep it up. Unfortunately, the work is not over, but the work is easier now because everything has a place to live.
So much easier.
So much easier.
Yes.
Saves you hours a day because you know where everything belongs, and all it is a matter of putting things back where they belong. One of the things that you will want to have done during this process is to make sure that you've used a label of some kind. It can be made from a labeler, it can be a piece of tape that has a word on it, an index card taped to a container, Whatever it is that labels the space and the container so that you're able to put things back easily and to find easily what you need. And it takes away any excuses for anyone knowing where things belong. So keep it up, put things back where they go. If something new comes into the space, you may need to let something else leave so that you don't end up back where you started.
Great. Okay, SPARK. Rewind the video if you need to review that. Now remember, you'll want to learn our ACT formula. Watch our video concerning our ACT formula. Find that one. It's a great one as well. You know, so ask yourself the question, well, why is this important? Let me give you the answer. The National Soap and Detergent Association has decided, Laura knows the statistic, that if we organize our spaces, household upkeep is 40% easier for us. It gets rid of 40% of the housework in the average home. That is why it's important.
Sounds good to me. I don't really like housework.
Absolutely. I am Vicki Winterton of the Organized Woman Show. And this is Laura Lawrence, my co-host. We are glad you've joined us today. Watch our other videos. They'll be very helpful to you. And audio shows number 11 and 12 would be of great help to you concerning the very specific thing that we've talked about here. Please go about doing what you need to do in order to get your home spaces in order. If you need additional help, contact a friend who's really great at it, have them come in and help you, or find a professional organizer in your area. We're glad you've joined us today. Thank you.
Hang on, help us